Hi, this is Theron Overcast. I am the creator of Breaking the Mold, Living a Life Less Ordinary. And I want to ask you a question today. Do you sometimes have difficult time getting started on your projects? You know the ones I mean, like say for instance, you wanted to lose some weight. You look in the mirror, you go, oh goodness, I need to lose some weight. I don't look like I used to. I don't feel as good as I used to. You know you're supposed to eat better. You know you're supposed to be exercising. And so you decide, hey, that's it. I'm done with this. We're going to start working out. And then you look at yourself in the mirror a couple weeks later. Nothing's changed. You haven't done anything. You haven't even started yet. Maybe a month goes by. Still nothing. A year goes by. You're still daydreaming about, hey, I should lose all this weight. But you haven't even started. Or how about you want to have a goal to have a business? Like you've got a great idea. You know the people will come to you. The people want to purchase this stuff from you. You know it's going to work. You'll be able to fire the boss. You'll be able to get off on your own. You'll be able to live your dreams. And the same thing happens as the weight loss goal. A couple weeks go by, you still haven't done anything to get started. A couple of months go by, nothing. Heck, even a couple of years go by and you still have this dream in your head, but you keep going to this boring old job every day, every day, every day. You just simply can't get off the couch and get going. Or maybe you want to go back to school. This is one I see a lot. Hey, I'm tired of the current job. I want to go to school and I want to learn to do something different so that I can further my career. This is what I really want to do. Great idea. Great goal. But every year when it comes around time to sign up for school, you don't. You're like, well, maybe I'll get to it next year. Maybe I'll get to it next year. Well, what's happening to you? I can tell you. You're getting caught in inertia. Inertia is defined by the little law of physics. It says an object in motion tends to stay in motion, but an object at rest tends to stay at rest. This is probably one of the first things that you learn in physics class, a little simple rule like that, but it really applies to people as much as objects. It's supposed to apply to like objects in space or what have you, but it actually applies to people too. The hardest part about starting something new is starting. Honestly, that's the hardest part. Once you kind of get that ball rolling, things start to come together. You actually start to get somewhere. But in the beginning, it's getting started. That is absolutely the hardest part. So what I've got for you is 4 steps to help you get moving. Get off your couch and get going. It doesn't matter what your dreams are. It doesn't matter what your goals are. But these are the 4 steps that you need to do. The first is you need to make a plan. You need to sit down and make a plan that basically consists of these 3 parts. 1, you need to sit down and decide what it is that you're wanting to do. This is my main goal. This is what I want. This is my dream. 2 is you need to kind of come up with a rough plan of how you plan on getting from where you are now to where you are there. You just got to get from here to there. You write that down. And the third part of your plan, and the most important part, is the why. And here's what I mean. You can decide that you want to be a multimillionaire. Great goal. Everybody's got it. I'd love to be one too. But you need to write down why, because that's what gets you motivated when you are at your lowest point. That's the stuff that really gets you motivated. So if you think about your weight loss thing, say, hey, I want to work out and lose weight. Well, why do you want to lose weight? Well, because it makes you healthier, makes you more attractive, makes you feel better about yourself. Those are the things that you need to remember as your why. The same with if you decided you wanted to be a business owner. Why do you want to be a business owner? I want to have the financial freedom. I want to be a business owner so that I can set my own schedule to some degree. I want to be a business owner so I'm not living somebody else's dream. I'm living mine. Or let's say you want to be able to do 1,000 push-ups. Why? Because it's something important to me. It just may mean I want to be in shape. I want to be able to do 1,000 push-ups. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me what your why is, as long as it matters to you what your why is, as long as it's relevant to you. Okay? The second part of your plan is then you need to make goals from that plan. You sit down there and look at your goals, and you need to make SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So what that means is basically they need to be specific goals. So let's use the push-ups example. I want to do 1,000 push-ups. Okay, what's my first goal? Well, my first goal should be to do 20. I don't know where we're starting on this line. That's specific. It's measurable. I have 0 to 20. I can count 20. It's attainable. You know, it might take me someone a little bit. I don't know what kind of shape you're in. It took me a little bit. It could be, it's relevant because that is part of what my thing is. It wouldn't do me any good to have a goal to be able to do 35 sit-ups if I'm trying to do push-ups. And then time-based. So I'd have to sit down and say, I want to be able to do 20 push-ups by next week. Okay? So then I have something to work towards. I've got my why from my previous thing. Now I've got my goals. It says what it is that I want to do. And this, like I said, works for everything. If you're wanting to start that business, you could set yourself some SMART goals on that. Hey, I want to have a business plan written. Okay, that's specific. It's actually measurable. When it's done, it's done. It's attainable. You can do it. It's relevant because you should have one to start your business. And then so you just need a time base. Hey, give yourself, whatever, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm gonna have this thing done. That is, do your goals. Number 3, set yourself up with these goals where you have some small victories. So as the push-ups example, goals would be perfect. 20. 20 is obtainable for nearly anybody. So if you're going to be able to do 1,000 push-ups, you set yourself a goal to do 20. You challenge yourself to, you can get there, and you win. So allow yourself to have a little bit of a celebration on that. And then go back in, start your goals over. You can do 20, make one where all of a sudden now you got to do 50, and give yourself a victory. Give yourself these small victories. These small victories are important because that is what keeps you motivated. It doesn't feel like you're just pushing a ball uphill for the rest of your life. You actually get to the top on a few things. You get to celebrate, then you push it higher up the hill. You get to stop, you get to celebrate and go higher up the hill. And then, here's the biggest important part too. Start small, okay? In any of these things. That's what makes it the hardest thing to get started is people will look and say, hey, I can't do this, it's huge. I can never do 1,000 push-ups. I could never lose 50 pounds. I could never get this business started. I can never be a multimillionaire. You're right, you can't do it right out the gate. But if you start small and work your way up just a little bit at a time with these little SMART goals, with these little SMART victories, you'll get there. So the number one thing to do is figure out what you want to do and go out there and see what you can do that's just this much. All you got to do is move it this much. If you ever watch a train get started, just watch one go. They just barely start creeping and they barely start creeping because that's a lot of momentum to get moving. But once you get a train moving, you can't hardly stop one. I really truly believe that you're the same way. All you need to do is get that train rolling. So follow those steps. Let me know what you got. Thank you for watching my video today. If you like this video, please put a little like on there. Please share it with your friends. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and there's a link below. Please subscribe to my blog. I do a lot of written stuff on productivity, a lot of written stuff on helping you break the mold and living a life less ordinary. Thank you.